Oh, see, we got a good crowd right there, boy. Normal people are all wild. Got to tell them 10 times. Okay, so everybody look right up here. You're in Colorado, right? Beautiful, right? We got the beauty right here. A bunch of friends, family, loved ones, wonderful people. So I need you to take a deep breath right now. Can everybody just breathe in the joy and the goodness that's about to happen? Secondly, I need you to be in the moment right now. We're sitting in this moment. There was no yesterday, there is no tomorrow, none of that. We are right here in this moment. And so I need y'all to be present because we're celebrating today at an epic proportional level. So you can only do that if you're right here, right now in this moment. I need y'all to make sure I drink some water, stay hydrated, all right? It's a real thing. Okay, so I need everybody to focus up here now. What I like to do for the band is we want to make sure that you're in this moment right now and like you're going to give everything you got. So on the count of 3, I need you to make as much noise as possible so I can make sure that you're present right now. 1, 2, 3, make some noise. Okay, listen, let me explain something to you. Now that was the kind of noise that you make when you're at home. Football game, you're watching your favorite team, right? And then they win, and then you celebrate. That's how you do in your house, around your family. But for these 2 wonderful people, for these 2 celebrities, I need you to give them goosebumps when they hear you. Like goosebumps, celebration on a whole nother level. Okay, let's see if y'all can do that. 1, 2, 3, give it to them. There it is right there. That's what I'm talking about, Jeremy. If we could, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody, if you could stand up on your feet, Jeremy, let me get it. Everybody stand up on your feet. Stand up on your feet. If you have a towel, move around. All right. If you got a towel, you can wave around. If you got a napkin that you can spin around. If you got a napkin, you can spin around. Make some noise, everybody. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Mr. and Mrs. Dr. Palestino! The doctor is in! The doctor is in! The doctor is in! The doctor is in! The doctor is in, everybody! Mr. and Dr. Palestino, ladies and gentlemen. The doctor is in the room, just to let you know. All right, we have a welcome toast from our 2 celebrities. Everybody, please take your seat. Look this way. Get them situated for the photos. Got a bunch of photos to take.
Show rocks.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. First off, I know it was a lot of traveling for a lot of y'all, but we couldn't imagine our day without all of y'all here. So we really appreciate every single one of you. Tonight's going to go off probably a little bit different than most things and most general flows go, but I'm going to let Whitney get into that since she's more the detail-oriented. I just wanted to say we love y'all and thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming. We're so happy to see so many of your smiling faces. So pretty shortly here, we have some food that's going to open up. It's going to basically stay open about until 9 p.m. So feel free to dance and then snack and rally, whatever you need to do. Well, the first break from the band will be a cake cutting, so be sure to stick around for that. After that, dessert's going to open up. We've got Italian pastries, we've got gelato, and we have a cannoli bar as well. So there will be coffee available for those of you who like to go to bed at 9 p.m. So, but thank you so much for coming. We're so happy to have you all here. Enjoy eating, dancing, drinking, whatever you guys want to do tonight, okay?
So can I just say real quick that, okay, so first up we have our matron of honor, Jessica B. Where's Jessica B? Make some noise for Jessica B. All right, everybody, right back here.
Oh, wow, you're right here.
Undivided, right?
You're right here.
We'll make this real simple.
And I have my water.
Right? There we go, let the tell. Yeah, there we go. We're ready, okay, hold on. We'll give her the motivational speech real quick.
How you doing?
I'm great.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Full of confidence and
Oh,
joy.
yeah.
Ready to do it?
Yeah, come
on,
on, dude.
See that? I knew it was a room full of winners. Just had to ask one time to make sure, see who we were dealing with. But now I know. Okay, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, our toaster, Jessica B. Please make some noise, everybody.
microphone and hand it back to me when you get done.
Okay. All right. Hi, how's everybody doing tonight? Love it. So for anybody who doesn't know me, I am Jessica Gandolfo, formerly Jessica B. But I've had the pleasure of getting to know Whitney about 10 years ago when we were working in Boulder, Colorado with the AmeriCorps. And from the second I knew, or forced her to be my friend, I knew this was going to be someone who I would have literally a lifelong relationship with. And that's been tested through miles and miles and miles. So once our time together in Boulder ended, she followed me to Philadelphia on the East Coast. No, just kidding. I live 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia. She went to med school in Philadelphia, so it was really perfect. So a great thing about that was we were able to explore Philadelphia in our 20s, make some really good memories, and a couple of those, I won't get into too many details. A couple of them were one of my favorite games, Have You Met Whitney? So really to put her in any awkward situation that I could. Watch the Eagles, go Birds. Yeah! Win a Super Bowl, then storm City Hall with the rest of Philadelphia. And I can't even count the amount of bottles of wine or beers we have drank over the years. And then one day, something changed. A boy named Zach popped into the picture. I'd heard of him before. He was Ryan's best friend or something. But then Whitney would bring him up all the time, and something in her voice changed. And she would text me when she was back home here in Colorado and be like, why is he being so nice to me? He's giving me really funny looks. He's buying me drinks. And so then we got to play the ever so fun game of overthinking girl brain until we didn't need to do that anymore because Zach made his move. And then the two of them decided to see kind of where this was going and if they could figure it out. Well, I guess they figured it out because we're all here. And I love that. So Zach and Whitney, I'm elated to be standing beside you today and celebrating the two of you. Take in every moment of this beautiful day that you have created. Finding your person is no easy feat, as we know, because we're girls and we overthink everything. But take in the good days and the bad, listen to one another when it feels impossible. Compromising really does save lives. And truly remember what made you fall in love in the first place. That core memory is such a wonderful gift. And Zach, when in doubt, happy life, happy wife. So I was gonna end this with being okay, yeah, I can say things in Polish, but I really can't. So we're gonna end this with a Polish proverb in English. So I'd like everybody to raise their glass. And I felt like this was pretty appropriate. So, Whitney and Zach, to your health, to your sword, and to your glass, and not to leave out the Italian, salute! Okay, let's see. Can you hear? Thank you. Oh, you're welcome.
Our best man. For the power. Make some noise, everybody.
Thank you, brother.
I'm gonna hand it back to you when you get done.
All right. Okay. Well, hello. First off, most important things. Did you guys see me up there? You see that thing with the rings? That was pretty good, right? Kind of made that up on the fly. Listen, today is not about me, but someone gave me the microphone, so these next few minutes certainly are. All right? Being an older brother is a wild thing, right? There's another human being brought into this world who's really not that much younger than you, who assumes that you are the utmost authority on all things. Now, if you're quick on your feet and just the right amount of clever, you might be able to realize this is quite the advantage, you know? You could convince this little human of all manner of things. Maybe that they love vegetables, and, you in your magnanimous nature will eat all the chicken and cheesy pasta and leave him with all the vegetables, you know? Or you might convince him that the quickest way home is to follow the floating books. I don't know. I have written this speech a few times. I kept coming back and tweaking things after I would reflect upon what I wanted to say. I was kind of having a hard time, and I couldn't understand why I was struggling with this, right? Then we went away on Zach's bachelor party, and something became very clear. There were 11 of us together, all from different stages of Zach's life, and I realized that there were so many different iterations of Zach that I wanted to talk about, right? There was Bubba, sometimes lovingly referred to as Fat Zach. There was Emo Zach, who painted his entire room black and listened to bands that would inspire one to slam dance. There was Stoner Zach, who attempted to blow up the Wickham Street Bridge. There was Celibate Zach. There was definitely not Celibate Zach. Maybe a bit of an overcorrection there, man. There was the attempted rebrand of Spartacus. There was Fireman Zach, complete with a mustache. There was Tree Hugger Zach, who made us trek around San Francisco trying to find Chicos. There was Dumpster Diving Zach, who gifted us all presents, let's just say upcycled, from the dumpster behind Burton. There was Paramedic and Nurse Zach. The list is quite extensive. You could kind of say that Zach is like your favorite Barbie. My brother is many things, and it is a testament to the man that he is that no matter when people meet him, they stay close. They're all here today, right? Now, I know this next part's going to be hard for you guys to get, looking at me now, but, you know, I wasn't always this polished, fine gentleman you see before you. I know. There was a time when I was going through a rough patch, and one time when I really, truly messed up pretty good. Now, I was way in over my head, and I really couldn't go to mom or dad because, let's face it, I was an idiot, right? Zach had been busting his ass all summer, saving his tips, working at Loveland Kitchen, and he actually had him stashed away in his shoe in the closet, you know. And I remember I went up to Zach and I told him that I was in a tight spot, and I don't even think it took him 3 seconds to go to his shoe and give me everything he'd saved, right? That moment, you might not know, but that was a wake-up for me, right? In fact, every moment I've spent with you has made me want to be a better man. It's made me want to be worthy of the way you look at me, right? There's a strange phenomenon about baby brothers. They tend to stay younger in our minds for longer than anything else. But man, somewhere along the way, you became a man, and one that I am unbelievably proud to call my brother. Admittedly, I don't know Whitney as well. But the simple fact that Zach looks at you and knows you're the woman he wants to spend his life with, well, that tells me everything I could ever need to know. The time I have spent with the two of you, it is evident how well you complement each other. You equal each other. With that, and the love you hold in your heart for one another, the life ahead of you will be truly special. And I, for one, am incredibly glad that I get to share this journey with you. Now, I have an old theory from back in my degeneracy, that it wasn't truly a night out until you had at least 6 drinks. Some of you were with me last night, and you know that I kind of still lean into that theory, right? Last night was rough, and I really can't do this again by myself. Right? So I'm gonna need your guys' help on this one, all right? So please raise your glasses for me. All right. One for your heart, and one for your head. One for those living, and one for us dead. One to the nights that we just won't remember, and here's to a night that we'll never forget. To Zach and Whitney.
Love you.
Are
you ready? All right, I'll go around.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bride's brother, Ryan, make some noise.
Yeah, lift that up. How's it going, man?
Enjoy yourself. Woo. I'll work on that. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Hold the mic really close. Hand it back to me when you get done. Absolutely. Okay. All right.
All right. So, for those I'm not related to, my name is Ryan. And for those who can't tell, I am Whitney's brother. Sorry, I wrote stuff down. I kind of figured that speech at your sister and best friend's wedding probably wasn't the best thing to just freeball. So let me read this a little bit. Yeah, so Zach and Whitney asked me to go ahead and give a speech because I'm the one who initially introduced them. Yes, we are all here today because of my efforts. You are welcome. I met Zach about 6 years ago, one fateful AMR Academy. I've known Whitney just slightly longer than that. I remember pretty early on that Zach talked to me one night and he was like, oh, I'm interested in your sister. And as the brother, as the best friend, as the man in the middle and stuff like that, that's a pretty weird situation to be in. Like, you're like, like this is awkward. You know, I love you, man. Like that's great. That's also my sister. Kind of a wave of emotions following that one and everything like that. That was, of course, one night after we had, oh gosh, what was it? Several old fashions one night and stuff like that. Just as a quick side note, the whole "you're like a brother to me," I was good with that. You didn't have to do the whole this. But of course, like, as Zach would come over more, as Whitney would come over the holidays, and Zach was around, and seeing them interact with each other, it was pretty clear that, you know, one, my opinion really wasn't going to matter at all, and two, no one really should be standing in between these two or anything like that. So we entered a different phase of, well, I am now the brother where my sister is dating my best friend is dating my sister. And during that time, you hear a lot of pretty weird things. A lot of jokes about what they are currently doing and everything like that. And at what point you just kind of like plug your ears and just dissociate to a happy place. On the other hand, one of the weird questions that I fielded was, wow, that's your sister and your best friend. What happens if they break up? Ironically, that was the easiest question to field because seeing these two together, seeing how they interact together, how they've been, how they've lived, the adventures that they've been on, and all the obstacles they have overcome together, that was never going to be a problem. That was never going to be something to worry about. It was... From the beginning, honestly, I knew I was going to be here today. Like, we were all going to be in, maybe not this room, but some room, with Whitney in a white dress, Zach in a suit, and then with rings on both their fingers, right? This was inevitable from when they first decided to date. So I would like everyone to join me in raising a glass and really just salute these two for how incredible their relationship has been, for the obstacles they've overcome, and for the incredible love that they share for each other. Here's to you guys.